And okay, so let's start seated. Right away, let's grab our strap. Why not? We'll just go for it. So sitting maybe on something, on your blanket or some sort of support to lift your hips up. Just relax into your legs, your knees, your feet. Maybe your ankles are crossed, your legs are crossed here, or you have one foot pulling in and then the other one. And this is more of a stretch on the top of your ankles. And then grab your strap out in front of you. Grab leg in the middle and separate your hands about hip or shoulder distance. Soft grip on that strap, and then inhale your arms all the way up. Soften your grip on the strap, let your arms separate just enough to have a little bit of tension. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Feel the elbows be a little bit bent and lower all the way back and down. Good. And then inhale, keep that tension. Woo, lift your arms all the way up. And then exhale, come forward and all the way down. Adjust anything that you need to. Relax again. Try to keep your spine really upright and straight and strong. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Try to keep your torso right where it is and just move those arms. We're doing a nice big shoulder rotation as well as feeling a stretch maybe through your chest, through your shoulders, through your arms. Good. And then find breath to match the movement. Inhale, big breath in. Full as you reach up. Exhale, squeeze back. Lower all the way down. Good. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, forward and down. One more time. Big breath in. Take your time, reaching all the way up. Really reach up so you feel your side body strengthen or lengthen. Squeeze behind you. Maybe pause when you feel that stretch. Take an extra breath here. And then exhale it all the way back. And then inhale it all the way up. And forward and down. Okay, ditch that strap, shake out your hands a little bit, bring your arms forward, bring your thumbs into your palms and wrap your fingers around. Now do big circles with your wrists. So we have requests to work on the mid-upper back today. So we're working on that. We'll open up around our shoulders, not only our mid-upper back body, but our front body as well. And then go in the opposite direction. A nice mindfulness practice is trying to rotate both of your wrists in the same direction at the same time. Really challenging that left and right brain. Good. Go in the other direction again. Find your breath. Start to cultivate this connection with your breath, right? Deep inhales. Relax exhales. Go in the other direction. Maybe engaging at the bottom of that exhale to push more air out. Good. Maybe you're feeling a little heat, and then relax those arms. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Swoop your arms all the way up. Big breath. Exhale, release your right hand down next to your hip. Walk it out, lean it over. Good. Take an extra deeper breath here. Reach as you exhale, really active through that left arm, and then inhale all the way up. Both arms up. Exhale, right hand down. Your left hand down. Reach it over. Take another full breath in. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. Tighten into your tummy. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, right hand down, fingers wide, elbow bends, reach. Inhale it up. All the way. Exhale, release your left hand. Fingers spread wide, let elbow bend. You go further. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, right hand down, fingers wide. Let the elbow bend, reach it, even go deeper. Inhale one more time. Exhale, over to the left, reaching, stretching, going. Inhale up, palms together to your heart center. Close those eyes, let your gaze drop down. Take a nice deep breath here. An open mouth, exhale it out, keeping your hands there. And take a moment here to set an intention for yourself. It's Monday morning, it's a brand new week, even though we may not know what day it is. So find whatever is resonating with you in this moment. I let you guys know what my mantra was in a couple different classes, but this is my yearly mantra, and I'll just let you know. If you follow me on social media, it's what I posted about. But I am open to the infinite abundance that surrounds me. And so despite whatever things and challenges may be happening, I am remaining open to the infinite abundance that surrounds me. So find whatever resonates with you. Maybe that resonates with you. Use it. I don't mind. Take a nice deep breath in with that intention in your mind. Exhale, release your hands down, and then let's interlace them behind your back with your palms facing up. Clasp your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades, really inch those shoulder blades closer together. Almost feel like you have a dime right between your shoulder blades, and you are squeezing, wrapping your skin over it even. And then maybe even try to get your palms to touch. Good. Pull them a little bit closer, and then as you inhale, lift your hands up away from your lower back. As you exhale, feel your hands pull back behind you. Inhale, you lift the arms a little bit. Exhale, you feel them pull back and down. One more big breath across the chest. Getting excited. Exhale, release your hands, release the clasp. Swoop your arms all the way up, bend your right elbow. Grab that elbow with your left hand, pull that elbow behind you and start to side bend over to your left. Root the right hip down, inhale from there, the right. Exhale, lean. Good, one more big breath. Biggest inhale. Full, complete exhale. And then inhale to straighten up the spine and arms. Exhale, bend the left elbow, grab that elbow. Take a full breath, keep that left hip rooted and lean. Good, deepest breath in here. Expand that rib cage. Exhale, engage the belly. Feel those intercostal muscles around your ribs trying to pull closer. One more, push your head back. And then inhale, straighten up. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Land your hands down, walk those fingers forward, rest your head heavy. And as you're just diving into it, start to find your foundation, pushing into your fingers and your hands, pressing your hips down behind you. And then you can take a deep breath to try to pull your heart forward so you almost flatten in the upper back. Engage your belly as you exhale, squeeze it in and lower down. Okay. Take 3 full breaths here into your back body, as deep as you can get. And as you exhale, really engage your belly. Try to pull your belly button up and in towards your chest, towards your rib cage. Last deepest breath, flare those ribs on the side body. And then step your hands towards you. Stack your spine, let your head be the last thing to lift. Take your time, roll your shoulders up, pull them back and down. Beautiful. All right, let's come to child's pose. So if you want that blanket underneath your knees for a little padding, go for it. Otherwise, just stitch it. Find your knees pretty wide. Big toes touch with the tops of your feet on the floor, and then as you sit down, your heels move away from each other. So just nest your seat in between your hips here, and then walk your hands forward a little bit, but you might right away round your upper back, so try to just keep your hands spread wide, your forearms and elbows lifted, and as you inhale, feel your heart pull forward, your upper back, almost like you're trying to do a cow pose. And then exhale, let your heart melt down, forehead meeting the mat. Now you can relax your forearms and elbows and just take some nice deep breaths. Just notice here as you kind of dive inside how you're feeling. How does it feel in your hips? Can you relax a little bit more in your hips and your seat? Let's walk our hands now over to the right side. So lift on up, walk your hands over to the right. Almost so your chest could come over that right knee. Start to push into your left hand, feel that left shoulder drop, and feel your left hip push back past that left heel. Deepest breath into that whole left side body. Maybe it's more by your low back. Relax your head a little bit more here. And then one more full breath into that rib cage. Remember, as you exhale, engage your belly, pull the navel in. And then lift up, walk to center. Back to the center of your mat, and then cruise to the left. Walk really far over there, as far as you can. Take a deep breath, lift your heart forward again to the horizon. Exhale, push that right hand down. Right shoulder drops, right hip pushes towards your heel, just past that heel. Deepest breath. Relax your face and your jaw and your tongue. Good, really root down, last deep breath in and out. Engaging your belly with that exhale. Good, and then lift up, walk back to the center of your mat. Take one more full breath, open up that spine, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up to tabletop. Pausing here, bring your knees right underneath your hips. So remember, that can be measured with 2 fists between your kneecaps. And before we start in our tabletop, we're gonna go into an extended puppy pose. So keep your hips right on top of your knees, and then you start to tilt your pelvis so your tailbone reaches up behind you. and walk your hands forward. Now your body weight might pull your hips forward in front of your knees. Try to keep your hips right on top of your knees, and then notice maybe your hips move back past your knees. So just notice that. Try to keep your thighs straight up from the floor. Drop your head onto the floor. Maybe your forehead is there, or you can even find a pillow underneath your forehead if it feels like it's kind of far. Right? Just notice this is a big stretch into your chest and the upper back. Try to keep your forearms and your elbows off of the floor. Forehead pressing down. And then this pose is also called melting heart. So you can actually feel like your heart softens and drops down towards the floor. And depending on, your range of flexibility and how you're feeling right now, maybe you want to look forward at the horizon on the floor, drop your chin to the floor and feel that open in the upper back. Take 3 deep breaths here. Try to relax the lower half of your body, your feet. Soften your face. Think about your intention. If your chin is on the floor, bring your forehead back. Stay here. We'll all meet with our forehead on the floor. And then keep your head there, but bring your hands spreading wide underneath your shoulders. Squeeze those elbows in and very, very slowly start to push all the way up. Beautiful. Walk your hands forward here. Keep those knees right under your hips, so maybe adjust as you need. We're going to do 5 yogi push-ups. So rotate the inner elbows, the inner arch of your elbows. So when you bend your elbow, this is the back edge and this is the inner edge, right? So rotate the inner edge of your elbows towards the front of the mat. And as you bend them, they bend straight back. Squeeze them in to touch your ribs and tap your nose on the floor. And then press straight back up. Keep your core really tight. Exhale, tap your nose on the floor. Inhale, push back up. Good, 3 more times. Lean into it, press it up. Lean into it, press it up. 1 more time. Beautiful, child's pose, rest. Sit your hips back, flip your palms up here. Rest your forehead. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. And just observe the sensations in your arms and your shoulders, right? Just observing how you are feeling after just some stimulated push-ups, really. Deep breath in. Okay, flip your palms back over, spread those fingers wide, lift up, find your tabletop. So tops of the feet are flat, fingers wide, drop your belly down so your tailbone lifts up and separate your sit bones behind you. Then let your elbows bend a little bit, roll the shoulders back, and feel your hands pull towards your knees, pulling your heart forward, and start to look all the way up. Keep breathing here. We're taking our time in our cow pose. Deep breath in. As you exhale, hold it. Shoulders pull back. Another big inhale. Exhale, round your spine. Tuck your tailbone, pull your belly up to the low back, round between your shoulders, and bring your chin to your chest. Stay here. Take another deep inhale. Engage your belly as you exhale. Push everything into the floor. Your hands, your knees, your shins. Breathe again right into the upper back. Chin is right at your chest, looking at your belly button. Good. And then next inhale, drop the belly down. Scoot that tailbone up behind you. Let the elbows bend. Pull your heart forward. Look up. Exhale, round it out. Try to elongate your breath. And keep going. Inhale, cow pose. Feel the hands track back. Remember, shoulders pulling back, heart pulling forward. Exhale, rounding it out. Shoulders staying right over your wrists. Engage your belly. Push everything in the floor. 1 more time. And exhale. Find your tabletop position. Curl the toes. Push back, hips to heels. And then walk your hands towards you. Rotate your right hand to the right, fingers pointing to your knees. Same thing with the left. So we're just warming up our wrists, stretching there. Spread those fingers super wide. Push your palms and your finger pads into the floor. So you're actively pressing away from the floor. And roll the shoulders back. Feel the elbows maybe bend or try to bend. Deep breaths right into the sensations you feel. Soften your face and your jaw and your tongue. We're going to be here for 2 more breaths, so just getting used to it. Relax into your feet. Where can you find some release, right? Some softness versus rigidity or tension. or tightness or flexion. Good, okay, let's lift up. One at a time, release your hands, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. It's amazing how shaking helps things feel better. Keep bringing your weight back and flip your palms up. Very gently bring weight onto the tops of your hands here. Spread the shoulders wide, spread your fingers wide, push your fingernails down into the floor. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, relax something, but stay active where you need to be, active. Relax where you can, right? So the facial muscles can all just melt. Blah. Another deep breath. And then release. Come to sit up on your curl toes. Shake out your hands. Shake them, shake them, shake them. Go crazy. Okay, reach your arms up. Bend your elbows, bring them to your shoulders. Reach your elbows to touch. Now open your elbows wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Exhale, bring them to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, keep your core tight. Inhale, open. Exhale, touch. Bring them open just out to your shoulders. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, reach them all the way up. Exhale, down. So it's like you're flapping your wings. Maybe the tops of your hands touch behind your head as you reach those elbows up. Good. One more time. Beautiful. Reach your arms out to a T now. Swoop your arms forward. Bring your right arm underneath your left. Cross, wrap your arms. Try to get your palms to touch, or the backs of your hands and forearms meet and push together. Another option is just hugging yourself. Wherever you are, lift the elbows up. Try to push your forearms away from your face. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, round your spine. Bring your elbows in towards your belly. Drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift up and lift onto your knees. Now reach your elbows up, look up. Exhale, round your spine, lower your hips to your heels, bringing your elbows into the belly. Inhale, lift all the way up onto your knees, reaching those elbows up, look up, reach up. Exhale, round it out, sinking low. Again, inhale, lift and lengthen. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips forward, reach up. Exhale, last one, round. Stay here, heavy hips on your heels, just lift the arms. Release your arms, spread them wide, and then clasp behind your back. Interlace, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your heart, look up, back bend it, and then release your hands. Sweep your arms forward. Left arm underneath the right, cross high above those elbows. That's how the cross is gonna happen easier for you. Roll the shoulders back, so shoulder blades pull down that back body. Elbows lift high and the forearms move away from your face, and you're squeezing these arms. So even if you effortlessly have this wrap, squeeze, engage the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, round the spine, elbows in towards your belly, chin to chest. Remember, inhale, we lift onto the knees, lifting the elbows up to the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale and round it out. Find your breath. Sink low. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, round it out. Last two. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Another one. Reach, lift those elbows, arch it back, squeeze those glutes, stabilizing your hips. Exhale, round it out all the way. Inhale, just the arms lift, release, swoop them all the way up this time. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms up, stretch it up, reach side to side, to side, to side. Take a deep breath, reach higher, look up. Exhale, release your hands. Interlace again, opposite clasp behind your back. Squeeze, lift your heart. One big breath in, lift those hands, and then release your hands. Shake it out. Bring your arms forward, your hands forward, untuck those beautiful toes. All right, you're welcome, feet. Thank you for bringing me everywhere. All right, now we're going to curl those toes yet again, but come right into your downward facing dog. So find your foundation, fingers wide, lift up. Push into the knuckle mound of your feet to take some weight off of your toes here, okay? Give those toes a little rest. Now, in your down dog, we're gonna stretch the tops of your feet. So lift your right foot, bring the top of your right foot onto the floor, and see if you can try to straighten that leg. Good. Take a deep breath in, and then release. Shake it out. Now, lift the left foot up. Flip those toes, point the toes behind you. The toes and the top of your foot meets the mat. Try to straighten that leg so you feel stretched through the tops of those toes and the front of the foot. And then shake it out, release it. Find your down dog and start to bring movement in. You can wag your tail, you can walk your dog. Whatever feels good for you, but try to elongate your spine, letting your head be heavy. Feeling your tailbone arch up towards the back corner of the room. But remember, the front of your abdominal muscles, your front of your abdomen is strong. Squeezing those front ribs towards each other like there's a zipper in between them, right? Nice and strong. Pressing your front abs against the back body. Keeping that length. Okay, now let's find stillness. Feet are about hip distance. Take a nice deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. And then bend your knees, both knees. Look forward at your hands, and you can walk forward, taking steps, or take one big step. Meet both feet at the front of your mat. Once you're there, inhale, lift halfway up, hands on your shins. Exhale, fold forward. You can separate your feet hip distance if you want to, and then grab opposite elbows. Relax your head heavy. Shake yes and no. Even bounce towards your shins. Or as you sway, notice if it's just the elbows moving, just your arms. So bring your whole torso into it. Sway so that your chest is almost wrapping to the outer edges of your legs, and your hips move in the opposite direction. So you can feel a little side body stretch. And then we're gonna stay here. We're gonna do a thing that's called windmills. So as you inhale, swoop your torso over to the right and start to lift your torso up. Lift your arms up, lift your arms above your head, good. Now cruise over to the left, lean into it, and lower all the way down. Swoop back over towards that right, start to lift. Feel the left elbow pull up, so you feel that left side body stretch. Pull over towards the left, reach out through the right, and lower all the way down. Good, one more time over here. Rotate, your legs are strong, helping you, your core is strong too. Exhale over to the left, you reach out through that right side. Pause at center, take a deep breath. Exhale it out. Now inhale over to the left side. Feel the right elbow lift you all the way up, keeping your arms above your head. Then lean over to your right, start to feel the left elbow pull you all the way down. Swooping over to the left side. The right elbow energetically pulls us up, side body stretching over to the right, exhaling. You guys are doing awesome. One more time. Engage your core, legs are strong to help you. Squeeze your glutes even. Exhale, last one. Lower to center and pause. Take a deep breath. Drop your hands. Bend your knees, engage your belly, push away from the floor to roll all the way up. Coming to a standing position, roll the shoulders up, roll them back, arms up, big breath. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. Take a deep inhale right here, and then release your hands. All right, now let's grab that strap. We're gonna bring the strap behind our backs. So as you grab that strap behind your back, separate it so it's wide as your hips, okay? Straps those hips, those glutes. Open up your feet a little wider than your hips. Toes are still pointing forward. And then roll your shoulders up and back. Start to pull the strap up away from your back. Bend your knees, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Your hips move back. Your weight is very even between the toes and heels. And then your hands start to lift away from your lower back. Now dip your right shoulder towards that right knee. Push into your left foot to straighten your left leg and lift your left shoulder up. Feel that left hand pull up, up, up. Exhale, slowly lower back to center. And then bend the left knee, straighten that right leg. Dip the left shoulder over to that knee, feeling your right shoulder lifting. Exhale, come to center. Inhale over to the right side, left leg goes straight. Open up, feel your heart center pull forward. Exhale, lower. Over to the left side. Inhale, feel your heart center pull forward and up. Elongate your spine. Exhale again. Now notice one more time over to the right what's happening with your head and neck. Try to pull forward through the crown of the head. Exhale, lowering. Notice if your chin is at your chest, right? So pull the chin away from your chest over to the left. And exhale, good. Lower down, bring your hands all the way behind your hips. Beautiful work, guys. Drop that strap off to the side of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway up, keep your feet where they are. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, drop your hips, and point your toes away from you, low squat. Yogi squat, elbows on your inner knees, palms meet. Find your foundation first, your feet, feel comfortable there, and then push into your feet. Feel that engagement through your legs, and then feel that energy pull up through your crown of the head, shoulders rolling back, engage that lower belly. Deep breath in. Engage that core as you exhale. Feel the shoulders roll back. 2 more full breaths. Exhaling. One more, elongate it. Think about that intention. Release your hands, push your hips back up. Straighten your toes forward and walk your feet about hip distance or together. Inhale, hands on your shins, lift halfway. Stay here. As you exhale, engage your belly. Now open your arms up to a T. Gaze to the left and gaze to the right. See that your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in one line. Maybe you make a goalpost because the wall's blocking me. Feel your knees bend a little bit. Reach that tailbone back a little bit. Hug that lower belly in a little bit. Take another full breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, come to standing. All the way up. Reach those arms to the sun. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Full breath in. Release your hands. Stand here in mountain pose for just a moment to feel the sensations beneath the layer of your skin. Just observing and internalizing. Feel the heart beating, pumping fresh blood. Feel the pulsation of your pulse, your heart beating, and feeling that blood movement through the little rivers of your body here. Right, where do you feel it? Fingers, hands, arms, shoulders, back, hips. Find one more full circulating breath. And then if your eyes are closed, open them up. Inhale, both arms all the way up. Squeeze your glutes back, bend. Push your hips forward, reach back. Inhale, come to center, fold forward as you exhale, all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step both feet back, find your plank pose. Good, so feet are hip distance, hips are as high as your shoulders, right? So not as low as your elbows, but high as your shoulders. Heels are pushing back, shoulders rolling back, crown of the head pulling forward. So there's this always this counter reach. Heels pull back, but the head pulls forward. Take another full breath in. Exhale, drop your knees. Today we're gonna do 8 points, or knees, chest, chin. In Sanskrit, this is Ashtanga Namaskar. So now flip your tailbone up behind you, similarly to our puppy pose. Inner elbows rotate forward, they bend back, and we lean into it, very similar to our yogi push-ups. Heart dropping between your thumbs, chin meets the floor, stay here. Roll your shoulders back into your back pockets. Untuck your toes, and then pull your heart forward to drop your hips low. Squeeze those elbows in, shoulders roll back, lift your hands up, keep your feet on the floor, easy cobra. Take another deep breath, lift higher. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, easy cobra. Keep those feet on the floor. Lift your head, your heart, your hands. Exhale, lower. Use all the back body strength here. One more time. Inhale, lift. Upper back, mid back helping you. Exhale, lower. Curl your toes, push back. Hips to heels. Elongate that low spine for a second. Relax your head. Take a deep breath. And then lift. Come into your downward facing dog. And then take about 3 to 5 breaths here. Really setting yourself up, feeling really long and stable and strong in this triangle position of your body. Fingers wide, trying to press the upper knuckles of your palms into the mat so that the wrists have a little less weight on them. Feel your index fingers and your thumbs grip into the mat so you can feel those muscles in the palm help to take some weight off of those wrists. Take another full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, relax your head. And then let's bring our big toes together. Inhale the right leg up. Keep the hips parallel to the floor. So you may not lift as high as you want to. Engage that right glute. Feel that hamstring lift higher. Lift that heel up higher. Push your left heel down to the floor. Take another deep breath. Exhale, bend that knee, bring it forward. Bring your body weight forward. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Engage your core. Look at your hands and drop that foot between your hands. Good. Drop the left knee to the floor. Untucking your toes. Push into the top of that left foot. Push into the bottom of the right and inhale your arms all the way up. Now you keep your foundation with keeping your feet hip distance. Right foot's a little bit to the right, left knee's a little to the left, and then push away from that right foot. Push into the top of that left foot. Take a deep breath and reach tall. Relax your shoulders as you exhale. Palms are facing each other. Core is tight. Sink into it here. Take another breath. Good. One more breath here. As you exhale, fold forward, bringing both hands on the inside of your right foot. Push your hips back here. Walk this right foot out just a little bit, straighten into that leg, and lift your right toes up. So you're bringing your both hands on the inside, so we're going to bring this into a little bit of a different stretch than we normally would if our hands were on either side. Take a full breath. Again, tailbone reaching back, heart pulling forward. And then exhale, notice if maybe you want to lower your torso just a little. What we're going for is a gentle stretch, my friends, nothing too intense. We're creatures of intensity, so we naturally want to like push it, but challenge yourself and go a little more gently than you want to today, right? And then just use your breath and notice how the breath can help you really find ease into the exact spot of where you feel that stretch sensation. Relax your jaw, think about your intention. Feel your left hip pull back, feel that right hip pull back. Notice how that kind of turns on the stretch a little more in that right hamstring. Good. Now staying here, you can make a fist with your left hand, bring that right under your shoulder and inhale your right arm all the way up. Good. Keep your right leg really, really strong here. Take a deep breath and start to reach that right arm back behind you. Maybe looking up and past that right shoulder. Good. Another full breath. And then inhale that right arm up, bring it forward and lower it all the way down to the floor. Right fist on the floor underneath your shoulder. Inhale, left arm all the way up. Reaching up, right leg stays so strong here. Deeper breath. Good, engage your core. See if you can hug that right rib cage under you a little bit. Another full inhale. Reach forward, exhale, lower down. Good, rebend that right knee. Beautiful work, guys. Stay here, left hand is gonna stay on the mat. Swoop your right arm all the way up and back here. Now bend a little into your right elbow, so you're dipping your torso low, and bend that left knee. Press back out of that right hand and see if maybe you can reach for your left ankle or the foot, or maybe you're just reaching. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, continue twisting that left rib cage, hugging under you. Good, last exhale here, engage the belly. And then inhale that right arm up, bring it back onto the floor. Walk your right foot back into the center of the mat, so your right hand's on the outside. Curl your left toes, lift the knee, stay here. Just feel this high lunge position, engaging that left glute. Drop into that right knee a little bit. Feel your left heel pressing back. Beautiful. Right hand's gonna stay on the mat. I'm gonna make a fist with my hand. Inhale, left arm all the way up to the ceiling. Looking up, if that feels okay for you, really reach that left heel back, feel that hip move back, and feel your heart pull forward. So you're elongating that side body, and then as you exhale, reach this left arm forward. Reaching so that left palm is facing the right side of the room. Engage that left glute, feel your right hip move back, and then slowly, your chest is parallel to the floor. Bring this left arm swooping over to the right, like someone's pulling you there. Take 2 full breaths. You've got it. Stay strong. Engage the belly. 1 more. And then left hand comes down. Beautiful. Plant your hands. Right leg goes back into a 3-legged dog. Reach that leg up and back. Hips parallel to the floor. Take another breath. Bend that knee. Now open up your hip. Lift the right hip on top of the left if you can. And then do big circles. Moving it all around. Good. Go in the other direction. Straighten that right leg behind you. Point your toes. Exhale, bring that foot to the floor, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in right here. Sigh it out with your exhale, heavy head. Notice a difference on the backs of your legs here. Just tune into those sensations, bring movement, take another full breath, and then drop your knees, find your child's pose. Knees open wide, big toes touch. Just 3 breaths here. You can flip your palms up if that feels good. And just rest, observing the differences between your right and left side. Last one. And then let's lift up. Find your table and then find your foundation, downward facing dog as you exhale. Bring your big toes to touch right away. Left leg is gonna lift. Keep your right heel on the floor. Slowly, methodically lift this left leg. Hips staying parallel to the floor so you feel an internal rotation of your left thigh. Pointing your left toes straight down to the floor. You can even look at them. Spread those left toes. Feel that left glute engage. Feel the hamstring on the left leg. Lift that leg higher. Push into your hands. And then exhale, bend the knee, bring it forward. Bring your body weight forward. Take your time. Be slow and mindful. Gaze between your hands and bring that foot right between your hands. Good. Separate your feet about hip distance and then drop the right knee down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Feel that connection at the top of that right foot. Bottom of the left. Inhale, lift. Push away from the floor. Sink into it. Keeping that right glute tight. Your tummy is strong. Palms face each other. And we're just breathing and hanging out in your low lunge. Anjali Asana in Sanskrit. Deep breath. Sink into it. Good. Relax your face. One more deeper breath, reach higher. Exhale, fold forward, both hands inside of your left foot. Walk that left foot out a little bit to the edge and then straighten that left leg as your hips move back. Here we go. Left toes are lifted here. Take a full breath and lift your heart forward. Tailbone reaching back. Exhale, we can lower the torso like a centimeter. And that turns on the stretch a little more. Now we're spending time here, remember, so use your breath, get comfy. Feel that left hip move back, feel the right hip move back, right? What do tiny little shifts of your hips do to the stretch? Find your breath, bringing oxygen in, softening into the nerves and these muscles with the exhale. Good, another full breath. And then lift up. Right hand makes a fist underneath that shoulder. Inhale, bow this left arm all the way up like you're pulling a bow back. Reach to this left arm all the way up. Keep your left leg really strong and tight. Feel the left hip pull back slightly. Your left toes are up. You're engaged in that quadricep. Take another deeper breath. Reach higher. And then exhale this left hand forward and all the way down. Make a fist with that left hand. Bring it underneath your shoulder. Inhale, lift this right arm all the way up like you're pulling the bow back. Reach it up. Good. Feel that right hip move back, feel the left hip move back. Roll that left bottom shoulder back under you, behind you. Open up that heart. Take a deeper breath. And then exhale, right arm back and down all the way. Good. And then walking forward. Bring your right hand onto the floor. Inhale that left arm all the way up here, reaching high. And you can shimmy this left foot in a little bit more to the center of your mat. Good. And then slowly reach this left arm all the way back behind you. Nice deep breath. Good. Now we're going to dip our heart forward, bending into your right elbow. Bend that right knee. Press back out of your right hand and see if you can reach for the foot, your ankle, your foot, the top of the foot, whatever. You don't have to even grab it. You can just reach back and work on the twist, right? Every inhale, lengthen your spine. Every exhale, right rib cage hugs under you. Maybe you pull on this foot, bringing it a little closer, feeling a nice quadricep stretch. Good. Last full breath here. And then release. Bring this left arm forward and back on the outside of this left foot. Okay, we're going to curl the right toes, lift the knee, pause here. Engage that right glute, get a sense of the stretch here, right? And then left hand makes a fist on the outer edge of that foot. Inhale your right arm all the way up. Good. Feel that right heel pull back. Reach higher through those right fingers, maybe looking up. Another full breath. And then we reach forward. As you reach forward, let your right shoulder drop parallel to the floor. Palm now of your right hand is facing the left side of the room, and then swoop it over towards the left, like someone's pulling you. So you're elongating that whole right side. Deep breath here. Engage the belly as you exhale. You've got it, guys. One more. And then right hand down. Whew. Step back. Find your three-legged dog. Left leg is lifting right away. Right heel pushes down, and then bend the knee and stack the hip, left hip on top of the right. Big circles when you're ready here. Good job, guys. So a lot of opening up into our leggies, into our mid-upper back. Good, another direction if you haven't already. And then straight that leg, point your toes, downward facing dog. 3 full breaths here. Sigh it out, relax your head, roll those shoulders away from each other, open up that upper back. Another full breath. Exhale. Drop your knees to the floor, little mini break, child's pose. Big toes meet. Flip your palms up if that feels good and rest your forehead. 3 deep, very intentional breaths. Inhale, let's lift up. Downward facing dog. We've got a balance, guys. Here we go. Bending your knees, gaze at your hands. Step, walk, or hop forward if you want to the front of your mat. Once you're there, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, drop your hips, chair pose. Reach your arms forward here. Sink those hips low, weight is in your heels, so bring those knees back, gazing down, lift your yogi toes, spread them wide, engage this lower belly, take another breath. Sink a little lower, and then as you inhale, push out of your left foot, lift your right, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Hands to your heart center. Deep breath here. And then bring your left hand to your left hip, right hand grabs your right foot and brings it high up this left leg, tree pose. Find something to stare at that's not moving out in front of you. Push your right foot against your left thigh, engage your left thigh muscle and push that leg back against your right foot. When you're ready, your right hand can just rest onto your right thigh, palm up. Inhale this left arm all the way up. As you exhale, lean to your right. So you're a swaying tree. Deep round of breath. Keep pushing the right foot against the left leg. Left leg is pushing back into that right leg, right foot. Heart is opening and lengthening your spine as you inhale. Exhale, lean. Next inhale, lift your right arm all the way up. Straighten your spine. Hold it here, 3 breaths. Engaging your core. 2 more. Maybe smile, relax your face. 1 more breath. Hands to your heart with the exhale. Right hand's gonna grab that ankle. Left hand's going to your hip. Release that ankle. Let your right thigh go parallel, both hands to your hips. Extend your right leg long in front of you. Exhale, bend the knee. Hinge forward, but push that right leg back. Stay here, hands right at your hips. Take a deep breath in. Hold it, exhale. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. Take another big breath. Lift that right leg. Bend the left knee, find your high lunge, right leg landing down. Inhale, both arms up. Beautiful, guys. Exhale, fold forward. Put your hands, step back. Find your plank pose, and we'll stay there for a second. Take a nice deep breath in, and then drop your hips and pull your heart forward for a floating up dog. Bending your elbows, lift your heart. Take another big breath. Open up that front body, and then drop your thighs, untuck your toes, lower to the belly. Stay here, inhale, easy cobra, lift your head, your heart, your hands, all back body. Exhale, lower, curl your toes, push up to your knees, push your hips to your heels, hang out, take a breath. Another big inhale and exhale. Sigh it out if you want. And then inhale, lift up, downward facing dog as you exhale. Deep breath together. Open mouth, exhale. Good, bend your knees, look at your hands. Walk or take a big step forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips, chair pose. Weight is in your heels. Arms can come straight forward or up by your ears. Lift your yogi toes, pushing the big toe mound and the knuckle mound of your feet into the floor. Take another inhale, lift your heart, sink your hips, exhale. Push away from your right foot, lift the left leg. Reach up, hands to our hips, exhale. Okay, left hand grabs that left ankle, pulling that left foot up high, your right thigh. Press that strong right thigh back into your left foot. Push that left foot there. Left hand just meets the top of your left thigh, palm is up. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bend to your left. Take your time, use your breath. And if you pop out of it, just start at the beginning. No rush to get anywhere here. Steady breath, steady body. Every inhale, elongate, squeeze that right glute, push away from that right foot. Good. Next inhale, lift that left arm up. Straighten your spine, both fingers up to the ceiling. Hands to your heart, exhale. Right hand to your hip. Left hand takes that ankle. We bring that knee forward or release the foot. Both hands to your hips. Inhale, extend that left leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Push that left foot back, hinging forward. Reaching that left leg back, just working on the leg to start. Inhale, lift that left hamstring higher. Engage that left glute. Push that left heel back. Hands to your heart. Deeper breath in. Right knee bends, left toes meet the floor. Keeping your left heel up, high lunge. Inhale, arms extend. Woo! Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands. Right leg goes back. Find your plank pose. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lower the hips. Floating up dog, little bend in your elbows, and then roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog right away. Deep breath here. Roar it out. Another two. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more, biggest breath in. Heaviest head, exhale. Look at your hands. Step forward to the outer edges of your wrists. Toes pointing away from you. Sink your hips low. Elbows on your inner knees. Beautiful. Rest. 5 breaths here. You can always bring support underneath your seat here. This can be a pillow. It can be your chicken stock. It can be your blocks, right? Whatever you need. Deeper breaths. Soften your jaw. Beautiful. Releasing your hands. Use your hands to support getting any props out from under you, and then bring your hands behind you to help support you landing onto your seat. Let your knees drop open and your bottoms of your feet meet. Then scoot the flesh and bits out from underneath your hips. Hold on to your shins by your ankles. Lift your heart up, lengthening your upper back out of the hips, and then exhale. Let the elbows bend wide, heart flows forward. Once you feel a stretch, you can adjust, moving your hands down, maybe massaging your arches, and then inhale again. Try to flatten the upper spine. Engage that belly as you exhale, getting the belly out of the way. Good, another two. Good. Lift back up. All right, we are going to, from this position, bring your right foot onto the floor and then scoot that left heel right by your left hip, right hip. And then you're gonna cross, you know what, let's do it differently. We're gonna do it like my friend Kat did the other day. I loved her approach. So we're gonna just lean back, have your knees bent, and then cross your right leg over the left. Okay, now move this left ankle over towards your right hip, and then drop that right foot to the floor. Now lean into it, coming onto the outer edges of your feet, and try to get those ankles kind of right close towards your hips. Both hips on the floor. So you can always lift yourself up. Find a pillow, find a block, find some sort of support to lift you higher, and this will help you. Want this, honey? Okay, Jeff's practicing over there. All right, hands are on our ankles. We lift and lengthen our spine, and then we open up our arms out to a T. Reach this right arm up, bend the elbow, bring that hand behind your back. Flip your left palm behind you, bring the back of your hand to your mid-back. Now try to wedge to grab those fingers. Another option is bringing your strap into the party. Right hand holds that strap, left hand, back of the hand, and you grab it. And then you try to pull, right? We're internally rotating our left shoulder. We're externally rotating the right shoulder. I am much more open on this side than the other side. Try to press your head back into that forearm, freeing your throat, and take 5 deep breaths. If it feels okay for you, maybe lean a little body weight forward. Notice how that changes things in your hips. Notice how that changes things in your shoulder. Be careful here, our shoulders are very sensitive, so if you feel any type of discomfort, loosen your grip, don't hold your hands. Protect your shoulders here, okay? And then use your breath. Last one, biggest inhale. Soften your face, lift back up very mindfully, release your hands. Good. Woo. Just give yourself a big hug. Move a little side to side, maybe your left arm's on top here. Okay, release your hands, release those shoulders. Now we're gonna do a magic trick. So go over to your left, both hands over to your left side. Start to push out of your feet to lift up. Rotate on your feet, so you're kind of pointing to the back of your mat, and then walk over back to your feet, cross your legs. Now your left leg should be on top. Try to lower your hips back down, outer edges of your feet on the floor. Good, and if it didn't work, just don't worry about it. Bring your left leg on top and your right leg's on the bottom. You can do that cross thing that we did before. Try to find both hips down. Hold on to those ankles. Lengthen your spine up tall. Okay, now if you know, yeah, I'm gonna think maybe my right shoulder is a bit tighter on the internal rotation. Just start with your strap. This can be a towel also. Let's lift this left arm up. Bring that strap behind you. Bend the elbow. Now right arm goes out, flip the palm behind you, bend that elbow, bring that hand to the lower back, and then reach for that strap. My hands do not touch on this side, and ow, that is okay. See, my shoulder's definitely sensitive. So I don't wanna go nearly as far. I did an ow. If you're doing an ow, back out of it, right? Hold gently where you feel like there's a gentle stretch, but you're not straining anything. You're not like pursing your lips or clenching your jaw in discomfort. You can relax your jaw, you can relax your eyelids, and you can just breathe very fluidly and evenly. If you're holding your breath, maybe you've gone too far. Find a few more breaths. Notice how as you spend a little time here, maybe you adjust, right? I've already gotten a little bit deeper. Your body responds to your breathing. Right, you're signaling, letting the muscles know it's fine, guys, we're okay. When you feel an ow and you immediately shift, that's your stress reflex. That's your body being like, no. Immediately it tightens and it resists you. So it's gonna take a minute for you to be able to get to a deeper position because all those muscles have reacted in a negative way, that they are protecting you. It's actually not negative, it's super positive because your body's amazingly smart to keep you safe. Good, take one more full breath. And then slowly release. Reach those arms out. Give yourself a hug, this time right arm on top. Maybe grab those shoulders, move a little side to side, change your chest. And then release your arms, shake it out. Ditch the strap, no fancy way of getting out of it, just release your legs. And then bring both legs out in front of you, hands by your side, and lean back a little bit. Windshield wiper legs, those feet side to side, side to side, side to side. Good, then circles, biggest circles with your ankles. Good, other direction. Beautiful, feet on the floor. Have a seat in the middle of your mat so you have enough room to lay down. Scoop your arms forward and as slowly as you can, drop one vertebrae down at a time. Tailbone, sacrum, lower back. And we're gonna pause right before your shoulders meet the floor. Try to keep your feet on the floor here. Okay, I'm pausing, my shoulders are not on the floor. Lift the left leg up. Lift the right leg up. This is optional. You can keep your feet down. Take a deep breath in. Lift your heart a little. Roll the shoulders back. Engage your core as you exhale. 5 more breaths. See if you can lower your legs a little more. 3 more. Soften your face. Maybe close your eyes. 2 more. Last one. And then slowest lower of everything to the earth. Take a mini shavasana, deep round breath in. Exhale, relax everything. And both knees, bring them into your chest. Lengthen the back of your neck here, bringing your chin more towards your throat, but your head is on the floor. Rock side to side, left to right, left to right. Drop both feet to the floor. Lift your hips up a little bit and move them over to the left about an inch or 2. And then bring both knees back into your chest. Keep your knees together and drop them over to the right side. Right hand hold onto the outer left leg, keeping those legs down. Relax your ankles. Lift your left arm straight up to the ceiling and then drop it open out to a T. Gaze over at that arm. Now, take a nice deep breath into the left rib cage. Exhale and relax into this twist. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And start to soften around the edges of your body. Notice if your legs can relax a little more. Maybe they slide and they do something different. That's fine. Relax your jaw. Okay. Now engage your core. Lift both knees back together into your chest on your back. Drop your feet to the floor. Lift your hips just up a little. Slide them over to the right side. Drop them down. Bring your knees closely into your chest again. Keep them tight in and roll over to your left side. Reach that right arm straight up to the ceiling and then drop it open out to a T. Hold on to the outer right thigh with your left hand. Relax those ankles, your feet. Take a nice deep breath into that right rib cage, deeper than you think you can get in. And exhale, melt. 2 more here. Soften the muscles of your neck and the shoulders and your jaw and your tongue, your eyes. And then we're going to bring ourselves onto our back again. Drop your feet to the floor. Align so that you feel straight on your mat. And then give yourself a nice big hug. Bring your knees in, wrap your arms around. Squeeze your knees to your nose to your knees like a tiny ball, feeling a little stretch to your back neck. Relax your shoulders down to the floor. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, release for your final resting pose. So this can be you bringing your legs up the wall or on your couch or something, or in a seat, or it can just be you on your mat. Tuck your shoulders under you wherever you go and try to find stillness as quickly as you can to take advantage. This is the most important posture of our practice. This is our opportunity to let our body download all the information that it has just absorbed, right? To break through blockages and create new pathways, both in the body and the rivers of our body, but also in our mind, in the way that we think and perceive and react. So now as you feel your body resting onto your mat, with an open mouth, exhale all of the air out of your body. Get all of the stale air out. Seal your lips and then take a full breath in. Build to your capacity, hold the breath there, and then sip up more air. Hold it. With an open mouth, exhale it out. Feel your body deflate and rest against your mat. Get any wiggles and jiggles out so you can commit to stillness, trying to even refrain from the desire to itch a scratch, and itch. And noticing how we have all of these unconscious movements, things that our body does without us actually being consciously aware or deciding to do it. That's like, scratching the itch or adjusting clothes. So see if you can become aware of this desire to move unconsciously before it happens, so that you can consciously decide to let it go. And just focus on every exhale being an opportunity to relax something more in your body. Maybe scanning from the head to toe, relaxing everything on the way and in between. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. And Begin inviting movement in, wriggling fingers and toes, your hands and feet, stretching your facial muscles, reaching your arms back, toes forward. Stretch in two directions, reaching, stretching, flexing, and relax. Bend your knees, roll over to whichever side. Rest there for a round of breath. Maybe smile and hold some gratitude in your heart for this beautiful practice that you just completed. And dedicating time to you because you deserve it. And then use your sense of touch. Keep those eyes closed. Press up to a comfortable seat, crossing your legs. Nice tall spine behind you. Roll the shoulders up and back, and then take a deep breath in. Then open mouth, exhale it out. And just here for a moment, observe the beautiful effects of your practice. Noticing how you are feeling right now. Noticing the differences between these sensations and the sensations in the beginning of our practice. We'll bring our palms together in front of our hearts. Begin to rub your palms to generate heat and energy, going faster and faster. Feel the heat build, and then bring your warm palms to cup over your closed eyes, barely on your face. Take a nice full breath in right here. And exhale, slowly release your fingers over the eyes and your cheeks, and let your palms re-meet, landing right in front of your heart center. Believe in yourself. And do what you are supposed to. Appreciate yourself, enjoy yourself, and love yourself. From my heart to yours, my friends, namaste.